Good afternoon, YouTube. What's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny. So I asked, and overwhelmingly, you guys said to make raid guides for the old raids. For one reason or another, either A, you got the Taken King, never got to do Vault of Glass and Crota's End, or you've just never done the raids before, you never had a fire team, but now you're going to be looking for one because of so much cool stuff coming back, a la the gear from Vault of Glass and Crota's End. So I'm going to try to keep this as simple and noob friendly as possible, and no, this is not about the challenge modes. When they drop, the challenge modes is going to be Crota's End, then King's Fall, and then I believe Vault of Glass. However, all the raids at max light level will be available day one. So for me, Vault of Glass is what I'm jumping into first. Now granted, you can't get the ornaments and stuff, or the new ornaments, for the challenge modes, but hey, I want to go in and try to get some of the new gear at least. Also keep in mind that in the footage here, I am max light level, so everything's going down easier. It's going to be much harder when it actually hits, but I'll make some recommendations on weapons and classes. So the first thing is you need to get the vault actually open. There's going to be a spire in the middle that you need to form. Now there's going to be 3 plates, one in the middle, one on the left, and one on the right. There's going to be these Praetos, or Praetorians, which are the yellow bar Minotaurs. While you're forming the spire, all of you are standing on the plates. When the plates are white, that means it's forming the spire. If one of those Praetos steps on the plate, it turns red, and you got to regenerate that thing. What I like to do is, and even back when it was hard mode, back in year 1, what we would do is put 2 people left, 2 people right, and 2 people in the middle, and just make sure those Praetos don't step on the plate. Now it does get a little hairy on the left and right side, so you might want to switch it up a little bit and have the people that are up top in the middle both looking, one looking left, one looking right, and basically calling out when they see those Praetos running towards the plate, or maybe shooting off a tether or something, or shooting some rockets across, Gallahorn, anything to help out the people on the left and right, because it really does get busy on the right and left side. So once you got that all out of the way, the spire forms and the door opens. Next up, let's move on to the Templar area. Now you are in the Templar as well, and this fight involves protecting confluxes. It's going to have 3 phases to it: protecting the middle conflux, then you're going to protect 2 left and right confluxes, then you're going to protect all 3 of them. Now, I forget what they said on stream. I know they're shortening the time, I think, of either the oracles or the time you're protecting the confluxes. I forget. Let me know in the comment section. Now, what we like to do is put 2 people left, 2 people right, and 2 people in the middle. And of course, calling out things when needed. Yes, there's some cheeses. Well, not even really cheeses, but people could stay all the way up top with their icebreakers and snipe down. But I'm trying to show the new people the legit way to do it, so you get the full experience of these battles, because they are a lot of fun. However, just a quick tip: when you're protecting the one conflux in the first phase, you don't necessarily have to have 2 left, 2 right, 2 middle. You kind of can all stay in the middle and just make sure that conflux gets protected. No Vex walk into it. If enough Vex walk into these confluxes, you're all going to wipe. Now, when you're protecting these confluxes, you're going to run into these Vex that are covered in this ugly green goo, and when you kill them, they drop that green goo. Kill these Vex from a distance. If you happen to step in the goo, you could run to the middle and get cleansed. What happens is, if you step in it, you get marked, and then you'll eventually die from it. However, be careful. You want to stay away from it, because if you get marked and then it's the ritual of negation when the Templar, you'll see that across your screen. Don't really worry about it right now. You'll wipe instantly, or you'll die instantly if you haven't cleansed yourself. So just stay away from the green goo, kill things from a distance, and if you happen to step in it, run to the middle and get yourself cleansed. Now, after a while, when you're protecting one of the confluxes, or conflux, he's going to call in his legions. It'll say Templar calls legions. That's when a whole bunch of yellow bars are going to come out, mostly from the middle, some from the sides. You can either do 2 things. 1, start an orb train. Have a bunch of Night Stalkers shoot tethers down there, then have some Stormcallers and Sunbreakers go in there and just start wrecking havoc, making orbs for everyone else. Or you could play it safe and go into 2 hiding spots. Now, hopefully those 2 hiding spots will still be here. If I recall correctly, the left side hiding spot was originally not supposed to be there. I don't know, that could just be hearsay. But if you don't feel comfortable killing all of the legions, because there are a lot of them, remember, this is going to be max light level. The footage you're seeing is we're way over leveled for this, so they die really easily. You could go to the 2 hiding spots, and eventually the legions will all go away, and then you move on to the next phase. So it'll be protect 1 conflux, then legions come out. Then you're going to protect 2 confluxes, left and right, legions will come out. Then you're going to protect 3 confluxes, legions will come out. Then you're done with this phase. Next up is the destroy the oracles phase. So there's going to be oracles all over the place that you all have to destroy. Now, if you don't destroy one of them, all of you get marked and you have to run to the middle to get cleansed. If you don't, you all will wipe. So what you want to do is have 2 people middle, 2 people left, 2 people right, and everyone try to call out if you see an oracle. You know, if I'm working the left side and I see an oracle off to the right and I'm not busy dealing with ads around me, you know what, I'll fire off some sniper shots. What I like to use for this particular phase or fight, whatever you want to call it, I go with like a scout rifle, I go with a sniper rifle, and I go with a heavy machine gun. I don't go with a rocket launcher. A lot of times I want to use the heavy machine gun to take down the oracles as quick as possible. Because sometimes if like there's an oracle in the middle and someone's not shooting at it, usually heavy machine guns can take them down pretty quickly. Another big thing that's going to be really annoying in this fight is the snipers, and that's why you want to have a sniper on you. All around the map, in the back and the sides, you're going to get constantly being picked off by these hobgoblin snipers, and you can kill them and they're just going to keep respawning. But don't leave them there. Kill them. That'll give you some time. They'll respawn a little bit later. So you're constantly dealing with ads all around you, destroying the oracles, but then also taking out these snipers. If you have defender titans, I feel like them running blessing of light on both sides and maybe even in the middle, well, you know what, just put them off to the sides. That comes in kind of handy, especially when the snipers are getting annoying. You're trying to take out ads that are coming from the bottom and from the sides, and the snipers are picking you off. It is very helpful. So I'd probably run a defender titan here somewhere just to give you a little bit extra protection. So there's going to be a number of rounds. You destroy all the oracles. I'm not showing you where they all are. It'll be obvious when you jump into the raid. Destroy all the oracles, and then you're ready to take on the Templar. So the Templar fight. One person is going to grab the relic, and that person with the relic is going to do a couple of things. 1, take the Templar shield down, and 2, cleanse all the guardians if they get marked. While you're fighting the Templar, oracles will be going off. What we like to do, or I find easiest with my fire team, we all go to the right side of the map and we use the rock over to the side, which you're seeing in the background. That's where we go for cleanse. Because what happens is, as the oracles are going off, if one's going off all the way on the other side of the map, we're not going across to destroy that oracle. It's too risky. We're all going to stay here. If we get marked, we all come back to the rock. We go for a cleanse. Once we know we're not going to get marked again, someone goes in with the relic, takes the shield down. We all lay into the Templar. Now, every time you take the shield down, a number of the guardians, I think it's random, will have a little force barrier around you, or barrier, whatever you want to call it, around you. Be careful. Don't shoot your rockets right away. You will kill yourself. Templar shield comes down. Make sure if you're one doing damage to check or shoot your primary first, okay? Shoot your way out of the barricade and then pull out your Gallahorn or whatever sniper, whatever you want to use to then lay into the Templar. Templar is going to teleport, and you will see where the Templar is going to teleport. Now, you can block the Templar's teleportation if someone just stands on that spot, still lay damage. You could still, everyone just laying into the Templar, and then that actually opens up a little secret chest, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. Hopefully, this will be in the new upgraded version. I don't see why it wouldn't be, and it's just a chest. As at this point, I don't know what it's going to contain. Believe in the original Vault of Glass, it did have a potential for an exotic. Who knows? So once you kill the Templar, then it's time to move on, and you're going to get a little bit of a break here. So you're going to go, I'm going to show you, I'm just going to let the footage roll out. I'm going to cut my mic off. You're going to see where this other chest is. The chest that I'm going to mark on screen. This will be the chest that we get because we stopped the Templar from teleporting. I'm wondering at this point if that's going to be one of the raid challenges. From there, there's going to be another chest that's going to be in the middle. You're going to see that. And then we're going to start the Gorgonzola maze. I'm sorry, Gorgon maze. How to make that joke. So if you stop the teleport, you got that chest, then you got the chest on your way down, and now you're in the Gorgon's Maze. Before we actually make it through the Gorgon Maze, let's look at some footage. I'm going to show you the direction on how to get to another side chest. This side chest is in that one story mission where we see the, I believe it's the dead skeleton of Paradith. Who knows what's going to be in this chest? Next up, we want to get through the actual Gorgon Maze, and I'm going to take you from the beginning on how we like to do it. There's a number of ways you can do it. This is just the way that we like to do it. It's not so risky, it's not so easy at the same time. You just got to make sure you don't get spotted by one of the Gorgons because you will wipe. However, in our Age of Triumph record book, there are some challenges in there for killing Gorgons. So this is your opportunity to get that done if you want. But once you kill one of them, I believe they all become really aggressive. So if you're new, you haven't done Vault of Glass ever, this is the regular mode, or it's not challenge, you just want to get through it. This is the route that we like to take. After you get through the Gorgon Maze, then you got a little bit of a jumping puzzle, but it's not really a puzzle. There's just a few pillars that will pop up and then disappear, and you just want to make sure you make it down alive. I never forget the first time I did the Vault of Glass is right when I joined Rezo, and I think it was November 2014. We spent about a half hour because Mesa failed. I only had one character at the time, which was a hunter, without Bones of Ao, of course, because I don't think we had Bones at that point. I kept dying the whole time, so make it across, and then you're ready for the next fight. Now, the next to last fight is going to be called Awaken the Glass Throne, where we got to kill a gatekeeper, but also we want to get Atheon out of there. When you walk into this room, you want to think left, Mars, right, Venus. There's going to be two portals, and you're going to put two people on one side, two people on the right. Those people will open up those portals. Now, there's multiple ways of doing it. This is the safe way, or at least is the way that me and my crew like to do it. We like to do the left side first, and then the right side. So what's going to happen is everyone's going to go to the left side. You're going to have two people that are going to go into the portal. The rest of the people are going to form the little, well, not spire, but stand on the plate to create the portal, stay outside, and take care of all the ads. There's going to be a couple of minutes. Well, actually, I don't think they're Minotaurs, they're Praetos. Either Praetos or Minotaurs. Yellow bars will be coming out, and they rush you like crazy. So we send two people in. I'd probably go with Gallahorn, and you're going to take out some Vex Hydras. They have different names, whatever. They're all yellow bars in there. Two people go in, and you're going to grab one of the relics. As soon as you go in there, you're going to start being marked by the void, and you're going to lose your sight. As soon as someone grabs that relic's going to charge just like you did when fighting the Templar, and you're going to be able to cleanse yourself as well as the person that went in there with you. Now, if the two people that go into that portal are having some issues, just call it out. The portal's open. You have everyone outside standing on that one plate, keeping that portal open. Have someone come in, throw a few Gallahorns, and come back outside. If they need to be cleansed again, because remember, as soon as you walk in here, you're going to start being marked by the void, and you need to be cleansed. So if you need help, just call it out, have someone come in. So we do the left side, which is Mars. Then we go over and we do the right side, which is Venus. Now, some people like to do both sides at one time. I just feel it's a little safer, guys. There's no time. You're not rushing here. So I would go left side. Well, choose which side you want first and do that one side, then go to the other side. Now, once we grab the Mars side, then the two people go in to get the Venus side, and since I got the relic from the Mars side, I'm just outside helping the folks keep the portal open and also slamming some of those yellow bars. Once they call out that they've come out of the portal, so now you have two relics on the battlefield. I've got my relic, and then someone else has a relic also. You all want to go to the middle. One thing also to note, after you get that first relic, send someone to the middle, okay? When I mean middle, where Atheon eventually would come out. There's going to be some Minotaurs that spawn there. You want to protect this conflux that's right in the middle, basically the entire fight. As soon as you grab that first relic, you want to start protecting that conflux. So it's a good idea, after you get the first relic, send someone over to the middle area where that conflux is to just start protecting it from some, I believe they're purple bar Minotaurs. Then once you have both relics, everyone just go to the middle, and that's pretty much it. Some yellow bar Minotaurs or Praetos are going to come out of the portals, just kill them and protect it for a little bit once the time goes, and that's it. You're ready to tackle Atheon. So when he comes out, you want to steer clear of him because he will shoot you. You want to get the process going where you're going to freeze him in time, what's called time's vengeance. And you do that by going through the portals, getting relics, coming out, and then you can all do damage on him. Now, here's what's going to happen. Same thing, you're going to have left Mars, right Venus. You want to put a few people on the left, a few people on the right, to start opening up those portals because you're going to need people to come out or possibly go in to help them. So you're all going to be outside, and then 3 random people will be teleported to either Mars or Venus. Remember, Mars left, Venus right. Now, if you're one of the ones that gets teleported, one of you has to grab the relic and the other 2 are there to destroy oracles. I highly recommend using a high-powered fusion rifle because they take down the oracles really quickly. In my clips, I'm using the Ether Nova from Wrath of the Machine. The thing was terrible, doesn't do enough damage. Find a fusion rifle that does a lot of damage because it drops those oracles really quickly. The person with the relic can also slam those oracles too, but their job also is to cleanse you because you're all marked by the void. Also, when all 3 of you go in there, call out, are you on Mars or are you on Venus? Because if you're on Mars, that's left. The people that are outside who aren't teleported, their job is to go get that portal open by standing on the plate. Now, if you're not one of the ones teleported and you're outside opening up that portal, you got the call out, hey, Venus or Mars, whatever, you know which side to go to, there's going to be a bunch of supplicants. Supplicants are just basically hydras that explode. Stay away from them. Shoot them from a distance. If you get too close, back off because they will blow up and then you'll die and you cannot respawn. So people outside, their job is to listen for the call out, Mars left, Venus right, keep that portal open, wait till they come out. Now you're going to go do some damage on Atheon. Now, you want to do this as quick as possible, meaning get the relic, open up the portals, get that person out as quickly as possible. Because once you get the relic, you're all going to go to the middle, and you're going to see a little number on the side of the screen called Time's Vengeance. So you're going to go to the middle. The person that's got the relic is going to stand in the middle, hold down R1, and hold up a shield, and everyone's going to do damage on Atheon. Highly recommend having a Titan put a Weapons of Light bubble in the back of where you're all standing, not in the front, because people will blow themselves up with rockets. If you're using a rocket launcher, you want to make sure you jump out of there to shoot your rockets. A lot of times, that bubble that the main person with the relic is holding the shield over everybody, it's kind of high, so you want to make sure you jump really high if you're using rockets. I remember back in the hard mode days, we would use snipers, icebreakers, scout rifles, and even a heavy machine gun. I wouldn't necessarily use rocket launchers, but I always keep my fusion rifle on me because if I'm one of the ones that gets teleported and I don't grab the relic and I'm in charge of taking out oracles, trust me, fusion rifles are the way to go. They take out the oracles rather quickly. Now, if you're holding the relic and you're calling out Time's Vengeance, you got the timer, tell people to start getting out of your bubble at about 5 seconds, okay? Because Atheon's going to be shooting the heck out of you. Make sure everyone gets out and gets to safety. Everyone's going to then just get re-teleported again and just rinse and repeat. 3 people will stay outside, 3 people will go to Mars or Venus. So that's it pretty much for the whole guide. I hope you guys found this helpful. Quick things to point out at the end, I like using scout rifles. I'll probably be bringing a heavy machine gun, Gallowhorn of course, icebreaker, snipers. For subclasses, definitely try to bring 1 or 2 Defender Titans. I would say definitely Night Stalkers are going to be very helpful. Stormcallers for ad control, but also Sunsingers for self-resing in case of clutch situations. So that's it for the guide, guys. Do me a favor, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa. Check out my stream, usually on YouTube, and that is it. I am out of here like Vladimir.